Hey, good afternoon, Family Engagement Collaborative. My name is Christopher Kennedy. I am one of the two health and physical education teachers at Ludlow-Taylor Elementary School in Northeast. We're located off of G Street, very close to H Street. So, as you can imagine, most of our money gets spent at lunchtime going to all the different variety of foods. One thing that I'm going to challenge myself with next year is bringing my lunch more. That way I can actually make use of my salary and it doesn't always go to food. Um, Before I start this presentation, I got to make sure that you all excuse my demeanor. I am missing my barber very badly, but wanted to make the most of the situation in the pandemic. This has been a very, very different school year, and it made me even more appreciative of this process, the Family Engagement Collaborative, because it gave me and my partner, Tyresa Smith, a great opportunity to connect with the Ludlow-Taylor community. Not just the parents and the students, but the community around. We did a lot of home visits. During the time we did home visits, not only did we meet parents at their homes, but we met parents and students at basketball games, in gyms, local community centers, some walking down the street. So it was a really good opportunity to build relationships with folks, grandparents, parents, brothers and sisters, a lot of people that we wouldn't necessarily talk to on a regular basis. Um, we were able to connect with them through this collaborative. The problem that we tackled, and it was beneficial, and I got to give a huge shout out to my co-teacher and partner with this project, Tyresa Smith. We wanted to tackle supporting learning. Um, as a special subjects teacher, it can be difficult to form relationships with not only students but parents. When you're seeing 400 to 500 students within a week, it can be difficult just to remember names. So on top of remembering names, we had to not just remember names, but on top of just building relationships with the students, we had to really challenge ourselves to even get some FaceTime with parents to be able to meet with them face to face and let them know what this collaborative was about and our overall goal, which is to support their learning. We were able to connect with a lot of parents through a lot of different avenues. We used a lot of different strategies to even get these home visits started. We went through text message, we did phone calls to parents, we caught parents in the hallways, we reached out to parents face to face during back to school nights. We had a bike to school day where we talked to a lot of parents. Even catching parents when they were picking their kids up or dropping them off. We were very, very creative with reaching out to parents, but it seemed successful. On our home visits, whether they were in the home, outside of the school, our community centers, I think what was consistent was that a lot of parents really didn't understand what a typical physical education class would look like. A model physical education class would look like. I take pride, and I know Coach Smith will too, that we're both highly effective physical education teachers. And with holding that realm of being a highly effective physical education teacher, we definitely structure our lessons to make sure that not only that our kids get physical activity, but that they're actually learning. Um, so we put our brains together and we wanted to kind of create an environment and a situation where our parents and guardians could not only just get an idea of what we were doing, but actively participate. So what we did to kind of tackle that problem of not being able to reach out and build relationships with all the parents and them not having a full understanding of what we did in class and physical education was we had a take your parent to PE week. And during that week, Coach Smith and I, since we see each class twice, Coach Smith and I both offered time slots where parents or guardians could come in and either participate with their students during the lesson that they were doing that week, or they can just sit down and watch for those that might not be physically able or willing. They can still enjoy that also. We had a great turnout. Parents were on Coach Smith's side of the gym and my side, actively participating, laughing, and learning with their students. And I think that they got an opportunity to see that in class at Ludlow-Taylor, not only are students being physically active, but they're learning teamwork. They're learning a lot of skills, how to move their body, and a lot of SEL components are intertwined in our educational environment down in the gymnasium. Um, a solution, I think, um, and I when I looked at this project and saw to kind of create a solution, I always want to go back to the situation that's at hand, and I don't think we were able to get that second part of our kind of community outreach, because we wanted to have a second week of the Take Your Parent to PE week, but we kind of got derailed when we had to stop going to school in March. So what we did is we both offered online solutions. Coach Smith is kind of heading the live workouts on IG, which, believe it or not, is reaching a broader base than just Ludlow-Taylor. Um, Individuals that don't even go to Ludlow-Taylor can log in on Mondays at 1 p.m. and see Coach leading those live IG workouts, which is a great opportunity for parents and students to both participate and be physically active and learn physical education and health in their homes or outside or wherever they are, as long as you have a cell phone, because Instagram's is a free website. So learning from that, definitely want to take advantage of Instagram, because I didn't have a page before this, and make sure that we are using that next year. That's something that we definitely want to take advantage of and continue doing. YouTube has been a great tool. I have 3 kids, so during the day I might not be able to get into those live workouts. But once my kids are done with their distance learning packets, I'm able to record lessons at night and then submit those on our school website. We have a special subjects website along with our art, science, music, and Spanish. So we are able to submit lesson plans and online videos for students to still, work out with their families, and that learning can continue to go. Zoom has been a great opportunity for us to still connect with students and parents, so that we're still getting that FaceTime that we got when we were doing those home visits and going out to do that community outreach. So even though our year was cut short, I do think that initial Take Your Parent to PE week and us kind of just adapting to the situation and using tools like Instagram, YouTube, Blooms, our special subjects website, our school website, and Zoom to keep that going. Just that FaceTime, so that parents and guardians can actually see what their students are doing. And I think that when kids see their parents involved in their academic process, it kind of lights a spark, and kids get more interested in what they're doing. And I know myself, and Coach Smith can probably attest to this as well, we saw more participation from a lot of students after their parents were involved in the process. Behavior issues in class went down. Interaction between us and parents that never really spoke to us before was speaking to us now. Even knowing a face. Some parents can go through their student's whole academic career without even really knowing who their physical education teacher was. So it was an aha moment, and it was an eye-opening experience for myself, especially with someone with my background who's been on home visits before in a different capacity. Moving forward, the lesson that I really learned is that parents and guardians are definitely willing to be more involved in their students' academic adventures if the time is taken to build relationships. And I know that can be tough and a tedious process, but if you take the extra step and the extra mile to go ahead and build a strong personal relationship, that strong personal relationship alongside, opportunities for adults to learn with their children can build a strong foundation between teacher, parent, and student. Also, don't mind my kids in the background. We're all at home. All right, stay safe, guys. Stay home.